Hey everyone, welcome to Progression Guide to Duet Night Abyss. In this video we're going to go over some of the things I think you should prioritize early on, kind of to just help you prepare for the endgame content that you'll see later on. Starting off, I want to talk a bit about damage types and the elemental damage system. If you already know this is a bit more of a refresher. Essentially, all melee and ranged weapons are split into 3 damage types: Spike, Slash, and Smash. Spike being more effective against HP, Slash being more effective against shields, and Smash being targeted more towards bosses and elite enemies as it increases stance damage. Now, for how much of this is actually contributing to damage effectiveness is debatable. Here you can see there are 2 clips where I'm using Renhusk, a Smash weapon, and Osteobreaker, a Slash weapon, to kill the same level 60 target. The timing is about the same for each, but it is something to consider noting given that these weapon damage types will likely be more visible on higher trigger probability weapons. So if damage type for weapons don't seem to matter, well then what weapon should you build? Weapons that offer good passive effects like skill damage, skill duration, skill range, and attack percent are all great options for units that rely on skill usage. However, weapons that provide multi-shot bonus, crit rate, crit damage, trigger probability, or even just a passive overall, are probably more catered towards characters that deal weapon damage rather than relying on their skills to eliminate mobs. Another thing to note is the elemental damage system, being that each element is effective against one type but also weak to another. This means that you deal additional 400% damage against elements you are effective against, but only 50% against every other element. This mechanic, however, only really applies to exploration commissions and the immersive theater, specifically on featured repertoire, and I'm assuming the immortal repertoire. So you're probably wondering which character to build at this point. While that's mainly based on preference on what you like, I'd recommend building an Electro unit as soon as possible. This is because progressing in the game will give you a free unit of every element except Electro. Between Rhythm, Randy, and Sybil, keep in mind that Rhythm is gated behind the 5 weekly rewards claim. Alternatively, Lyn is a great option, as the only pyro unit you'll have just from progressing through the campaign will be Margie, and she can be a little finicky to play. No disrespect to the Margie mains, she's just not for me. In terms of the free characters you get outside farming secret letters, there's Rebecca, a Hydro unit, Berenico's Umbro, and you'll get 3 anima characters, that being Daphne, Truffle, and Outsider. You will also get Lisbel just from completing the Mystic Maze, but personally I find that the MC is a much better option just because you get him from the start, and he actually makes her a really decent unit for both active and supportive play. I personally feel you should level up 1 character of each element to at least level 50, as I consider this around the soft cap. The amount of experience it requires for you to level between 50 and 60 is significant. If you feel like grinding out level 60 is a big change in damage, because you do stagnate around level 45 in trial rank. This will also be great for you since you will get 1 track shift module per level 30 to 40 ascension track, and this works as well for also weapons. Essentially, building track modules is really costly once you start to run out of them, and it's much better for you to save these up for characters and weapons that you really truly enjoy playing. Moving on to the next topic of demon wedges, the gray and the green wedges are useless as you'll quickly replace them just from ranking up in your trial ranks. There are certain blue wedges, however, that you'll still be using at even higher ranks due to just simply not having an alternative at the purple and gold rarities. Fafnir's Hunt is a great option for high trigger probability range weapons, as it increases your multi-shot by 10% for 10 seconds up to 5 stacks just for triggering bonus effects. Fenrir's Utmost is also a great blue wedge, as it increases your crit chance by 20% for each combo level that you reach on your melee weapon. Now there are 4 demon wedges that are pretty much crucial for every build, that one being the attack percent, multi-shot, crit chance, crit damage, and trigger increased probability. I'll also put on the screen here at least 4 demon wedges of the purple rarity that you probably want to get, as these effects are really good at boosting your damage to another level and might clear those level 60 and 65 level dungeons really easily. You'll also want to do the level 50 to 55 range dungeons for the demon wedges, as they will give you a chance to get the sanity regen relic that you want to put on each of your characters, just to allow you to spam those skills just a bit faster, Without it, it kind of makes it a bit harder for you to kind of push through these dungeons, because skill damage is a really big factor in being able to just mow through these enemies. Hopefully this content will help you progress in Duet Night Abyss. If you guys like this kind of content, please leave a like in this video and subscribe. Also let me know what kind of content you'd like to see more of. I'm definitely reading your comments. Have a good grind, guys.